What's good, everybody? It's your boy Leader of the Flock, but you already know that. And I'm coming at you yet again, man, with something a little bit off topic than what I normally do. This right here is something that's been on my mind for a little bit, and I was contemplating whether I should do it or not, but I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man, because it's been on my mind, and it's something, man, that I deal with on a regular basis when I see how people interact with other people. Just not me personally, but just what I normally see. And this is the top misconceptions of gamers. Now, what's the top misconceptions of gamers? What's the point of this? The point of it is when people just have their own conception of what a gamer usually is. And it's normally from people that are not gamers themselves or casual gamers that don't really want to get too hardcore in it because of what they see from the vast majority. Here we go. Gamers are idiots. Duh. Now, just because most COD players have dick pics and weed emblems on the game when you're playing Black Ops and Black Ops 2 or whatever game they're playing, doesn't mean every player is in this class. Most of them, well, some of them may actually be taking a break from a midterm. Others may be taking a break from open heart surgery. You might have a doctor that you're playing this game with. You never know who you're playing with online, or who you're playing against, rather, for that matter. Not all are intellectual misfits and rejects. It's just real simple. You can't classify every single gamer just because of what you see on a regular basis. It's just a shame that that's the type of stuff that gets highlighted when you think of gamers, especially on a multiplayer competitive platform. Gamers are nerds and geeks.
According to my calculations.
Now, not all gamers fall into this label, under this category. Now, when I was a kid, the term geek and nerd, that was used as a derogatory comment over someone that was considered really smart, that wasn't in the in crowd. They weren't with the popular cats. They weren't with the guys that played sports. They didn't do everything everybody else was doing. So people called them nerds and stuff. And lo and behold, those are the ones that's running the country right now as far as technology. But that's crazy. And then you go into the whole appearance thing of it. Oh, this person lives in his, I bet this person lives in his mom's basement with his shirt tucked in. He wears glasses. He's fat. He's tall. He's skinny. He has a retainer in his mouth. He wears a pocket protector. Well, let's look like this. Normal people play games too. Whether you look like that, whether you look like that or whether you look like an underwear model, what's really the difference? You play games, you play games. I mean, I think it's crazy because a lot of it has to do with the media, because the media is implanted that into a lot of people's minds. Because when they go to these gaming conventions, and they look for that type of person that everyone is looking for to get the ultimate reaction, the ultimate fanboy nerd type reaction. And that's how people get categorized. I think it's unfair.
Oh God, this is
not
so
cool
awesome.
Because, you have everyday people quite like myself that play games too. That's it. Moving along. The minority represent the entire community.
Blah, 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 blah.
Now, how many of you have been in the comment section of like a game trailer, some new release, a game review or something like that, and you've seen someone just go in and just beat a dead horse over and over and over? And it could be about a video game itself. It can be about a console, and it's the part that kills it. You can see someone going back and forth over the pros and cons of a gaming console, and then you have that PC person come in. Yes, you PC guys can be dumbasses too.
Hey, I heard somebody remark.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's not going to be in 60 frames per second anyway. Like, we talking about consoles. Why are you even involved in PC in it, man? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, what's
and
wrong with
also, you got the trolls, the fanboys, the little kids when you're playing the games, stuff like that. They like to use the word faggot and the N-word, drop back and forth. Now, I've personally had this happen to me on numerous occasions, playing Xbox Live, playing Call of Duty, of course. I hate to beat this game down, but that's where the majority of the problems is with that Call of Duty. But that has happened to me time and time again. That's why if I'm not playing with my squad or something like that on a game like that, I don't even have my mic plugged in, because it just gets real goddamn ridiculous, people. I'm serious.
Is that even a word?
So with that being said, not all gamers are like this, just the dummies. It's a shame that the dumbasses and the idiots and the racists and all that stuff gets highlighted, because it's basically the vocal minority. But trust me, there are some good people out there that's playing these games. It's just they lurking. They don't want to say anything because of stuff like this. They don't want to get attacked and whatnot. Not everybody is strong-willed like most of us are. So that's pretty much it. Moving along. Gamers have no life.
Man, y'all some lames.
Now, this one can quite possibly be the biggest misconception of them all. And what's crazy is this is like I've experienced this personally. Now, where I work, I'm a manager, and I got some people that I game with at my job. And every so often, someone may come to me and ask me like, "Yo, man, you gonna get this new thing when it come out? What you think about this? I saw you playing it, yada yada yada." And then you always had that one or two guys off in the cut, like, "Oh man, they talk about this game shit, man. They some motherfucking lames and blah 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 blah."
Lame as hell.
Which is funny because when you look at it, their lives isn't any better, and you can make an argument that it's worse than the life compared to a gamer. Now, here's some evidence. Now, some people these are the same guys that'll come across and get talking about the White Sox or the Cubs or whatever sport they like, or they start talking about cars and how much horsepower and all this other stuff. Now, this is the stuff they do in their free time. Now, mind you, we all are employed. If you have a job or whatever and you work for a living, you have the right to do what you want to do when you're not at work. Now, me personally, I have a family to take care of. I have a home. I have all of that most people have. So I don't really have the time to just sit and play games all day. But for those who do, I'm not going to say they don't have a life. I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
It's funny because just because someone wants to put 200 hours into playing, Skyrim or what other game that takes a lot of time, or Shadow of Mordor that just came out or what have you, that doesn't mean they don't have a life. I mean, it's no different than when I've seen people save up for 2 months just to blow all that money in one night at the club or something. So what makes you any better than anyone else? I mean, I'd rather put 200 hours into a game in my free time that for a game I paid $65 for than to spend $200 in one night in 60 minutes to try to impress a bunch of people that really don't give a shit about you. So at the end of the day, who's the fool? You get what I'm saying? So
You are.
Be careful when you start judging people, man. And, be careful when you start judging people trying to say some people don't have a life, because the life you live in may not be as good as you think it is. And we might just actually be laughing at you. Well, not me personally, but just in general, might be laughing at you while you laughing at everyone else. It's kind of funny to me.
Man, really laughing at
So
you.
in conclusion, I said all that to say this. Gaming still falls under a lot of misconceptions and false interpretations, and it's almost sad to a point.
Can you
but
spell that shit?
why should you even really care? As long as you're not doing anything that's hurting anyone, keep gaming. Do what you do. Do what you enjoy doing, whether it be gaming or anything else for that matter. Now, do I condone sitting at home playing video games for 10, 12 hours a day? Of course not. Get off your ass and enjoy life and do something.
Yeah, fat ass.
And be constructive, with yourself. That's not healthy to sit in front of a television all day any damn way. Have a life, do something. Not saying that playing games means you don't have a life, which is a misconception, but have a personal, a healthy social life.
Sound like a
Don't worry
hypocrite to
about
me.
what others are saying. You do what works for you. Be an individual. Don't follow everybody's trends and notions and stuff of what a gamer should and shouldn't be, or what a human being should or shouldn't be. I said all that to say, keep doing what you do. I'm out your ear, y'all. Peace.